Hello and welcome to the Dragget Show with Dragon and Ferret together. I'm Xander, this is Alkali.
I'm not here.
We're here for reality. Woo! We're also here with Pandez.
Hello. Hey, Pandez.
We just finished our stand-up show and ran upstairs, so we're a little late. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we are sorry, guys. That is my fault. I went over.
Yeah.
I actually, when I do my show, we all keep a timepiece, and that is totally pointless. Because he has the timepiece, but he's so scared of looking at it too much and like ruining the magic of the. So he never looks at it by the time. But this time you were nailed it. Pandez was wearing the first Dragget, so he couldn't see his timepiece. So he's like, Alkali, when it gets close, go to the back of the room, like jump up and down and wave your hat. And 5 minutes to go, he just looks at me. Am I done yet? No. And I just fucking forgot to turn mine on because mine was a stopwatch. And like 10 minutes in, I'm like, oh. Didn't push start.
It's becoming a tradition to make Pandez do random things for the end of his set.
Yes. Were all you guys there for the stand-up show?
Yeah.
We made him sing "Oh Canada."
I'm sorry.
Kage made me sing.
Kage made us.
Kage did it because I looked at him and said, "Oh Canada."
It was you.
Yes.
I
think
It's one thing to hear "Oh Canada." It's another thing to hear "Oh Canada" in Friday the Lion.
Friday the Lion voice. Hello. I was gonna do Frozen.
Oh my god.
Let it go. Let it go.
Oh my god.
I should have done some bare naked ladies because I'm Canadian.
Yes.
I really like the Bare Naked Ladies. They're fun. Son of a bitch.
Oh no.
Hi, we have drinkies.
What?
Uh-oh. Jealous.
And it begins.
Hey, Leticia.
More drinks for the audio
I am your
podcast.
booze mule. Here you go.
Oh dear.
Don't know what just happened.
Booze.
Well,
Jello shots.
I'm usually the one bringing the liquor to you guys. What happened? No one called me this time.
I don't know what he's getting something out of his pocket. Okay,
It's not what I wanted him to get out of his pocket.
everyone else gets to stare at his ass.
It's
It didn't work on that one.
I got this. Oh, yeah, okay, hold on. Almost got it. Almost got it. I'm shoving up his ass now. Almost. You're a slut. All right.
This is how we become one with the machine, the breathalyzer.
So we bought a breathalyzer because I do a lot of bonfires at my house. Small Chicago bonfires. You throw wood into.
What?
I can't wait to listen to the show. We throw wood into pits and blowjobs.
Okay.
I don't know anything about blowjob.
There's a blowjob shot.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yes.
Yes. Which I threw a bachelor party. My friends bought probably 40 or 50 blowjob shots, which the groom is supposed to do, right? No, all for fucking me. They're like, here, do the blowjob shot. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's really funny. The gay guy's doing a blow. You know, once you do 40 of them, it's fucking hysterical. You learn new ways to do blowjobs. So I'm like, watch this trick shot. Boing, off the dick. Oh, done. But we bought a breathalyzer for our barbecues because some of you may know this. I have the tendency to get what's known as blackout drunk. It's not fun because you don't remember it, but it's fun for everyone else, so apparently I keep doing it. And one thing I learned about myself, and this is funny but not, is that I don't realize when I get to a certain level that I'm still drunk, and I refuse to admit it, so I started driving. And now they have a way to prove to me that I should not touch my automobile. That is in this breathalyzer. But it became a toy. Because we realized we could test how drunk we all are. Like, all right, you go. Oh man, .131, whatever it is. Wow, you're not that drunk at all. What are you? .131. Man, we guys got to get way drunk. So it caps out at a certain level, and we didn't realize that. Point that? That's fine. So alcohol poisoning is a thing. A thing that can happen to a group of people. And if you want to see a great look from a paramedic, let the drunk people answer the door to announce to the paramedic that the really drunk people are in the bathroom.
It's okay, we have hospitals nearby.
We do.
It's like doing acrobatics with a net. Same thing.
We do live 2 blocks from one hospital, and what the other direction is like a mile from another one, and they all have my picture, so not allowed back.
So apparently we're one with the machine at this con.
Yes.
I know you're one with your machine. I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm
Yeah.
pouring a drink.
Is that a euphemism?
Oh, and I did remember.
No, I don't literally have like a sex drive in my computer or something.
A sex drive?
No,
that was the worst one ever. Oh my god. Did you even realize it?
Nope.
Nice. Okay, I can't work.
There's
fucking-
seriously,
there we
no.
go.
You ever hear of teledildonics? No, it's seriously a thing. You put your dick in this thing and it comes out like, so you can share your experience and the thing will come out of the other device. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I think he's making this shit.
Is it a
No,
no,
he's
it's
No,
not.
I'm not. There you
It's
go.
a 3D printer for your penis.
It's a 3D printer for your cock.
That's what it sounds like.
It's a $50 add-on for the Oculus Rift, which would be amazing.
Wow, the iPhone has a lot of cool apps nowadays.
There's an app for that.
It's called iPod. PAWD.
Speaking of apps, is there anyone in this room who comes to a convention to play Skyrim? Great, then I can tell the story. What the fuck, guys?
Sorry.
What the fuck? So I do these cons a lot, and board game rooms, video game rooms, I think are some of the background. They're important for cons because sometimes you just need a place to go do something. And video game rooms I love because they have games that you get to play in a group that I've never even heard of. They made me play some Narwhal game recently.
Narwhal.
Yeah. And I was drunk off my ass, so it was entertaining as fuck. I really enjoyed it. But I wouldn't get to do that kind of stuff at home. I know Artemis is happening probably right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's another one. After this panel, I'm actually going to probably go down there and try a game. You should join me as a Starfleet engineer or something.
Whatever you are. What do we
think
give Canadians to do? I don't know.
Do math
Chop the wood.
problems?
Chop the wood in engineering.
Communications, you can apologize for our indiscretions.
Sorry for the dictionary.
Hi, this is the Enterprise, sorry.
So,
I just see Pandez like chopping wood in the engineering and throwing him in the warp drive for some reason.
I'm sorry, is he the lumberjack?
Yes, wearing a plaid shirt as a lumberjack.
What was that happened at the last podcast?
Oh, no, yes, that's right.
Yes,
Yeah, I
you
thought
described someone in the audience as a stereotypical
They made fun of
Canadian
that on the
lumberjack.
yes, that was hilarious.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was a guy sitting in the audience. Well, Pandez was
looking
describing the stereotypical Canadian. Well, look,
no,
oh, were you?
He was describing
And he was
stereotypical.
staring at him.
No,
I
he
didn't
was staring
realize.
that way. He had no idea this guy's over here. And he
Oh.
describes the stereotypical Canadian. Little overweight, plaid shirt, slick back blonde hair, and all of a sudden in the corner room, hey!
Describing me?
Plaid shirt, overweight, slick, oh my god. So yeah, that happened during our show.
I said I was sorry.
Accidental racism.
Speaking of accidental racism,
Favorite Who's Line game.
didn't you? No! No, we don't do the accidental racism game.
You mean it's all on purpose?
Speaking of accidental racism, didn't you once work with an African American coworker in the pharmacy?
I did.
Why don't you tell everyone what happened when you needed a specific bottle of a specific something?
Well, there was one time, for those of you who don't know, I work in pharmacy, and there's one time my coworker, let's call him Lamar, we were counting tablets, and I had just finished counting one that was very, very powdery, and people can be allergic to it. So we keep a big jar of cleaning supplies on the counter. So I sprayed my tray down with alcohol, and I looked for something to dry it off with. And so I look over to my right, and I go, oh, hey Lamar, can you pass me some of that cotton? And he reaches over and he grabs it, gives it to me. Actually, I screwed that up, because what I said was, hey, can you pick me some of that cotton, is what I had said to him. And he hands it to me, and I start wiping it down. And of course, he and I had a great sense of humor at the time. So I'm like, I could just ignore this or I could have some fun with it. Let's have some fun with it. So I look over at him and I go, I'm sorry, Mark. Was that, racially insensitive of me? And he looks at me like, what the fuck? Then he looks at the jar of cotton and he fell on the floor dying, laughing. Like, dude, you crazy. He told everyone that story for the whole rest of the day. Like, do it again. I'm like, can we just stop with this?
So now you're just a theater troupe doing things?
Yeah, we're
You're
like
not-
the pharmacy theater troupe for the whole rest of the day.
So that's why it takes an hour. Okay, got it.
That is why it takes an hour.
Okay.
So that was me and Trent. We were the theater troupe. Who here knows when I say Trent? Who here knows who I'm talking about? Who here's been with my weird stand-up and things long enough? So a few of you know who Trent is. Trent is a broker that when I first moved up to a trading desk, he worked directly behind me. Now, he taught me everything I will ever need to know about every single drug imaginable. I can't feel feelings from like 1999 to 2003 because of that glorious man. And he had the tendency to do inside joke after inside joke that only me and him would get. So one day while we're sitting there, excuse me, Mr. Smith, would you kindly pass me an order sheet? Mr. Smith, would you kindly get me another ream of paper? Okay, I know what's going on here. So the next day, oh, Trent, would you kindly fill this order for me? Oh, Dan, would you kindly print out these tickets for me? Trent, would you kindly record this phone call for me? Dan, would you kindly? And we did this for probably the better part of a week. And a few people noticed it was weird, but whatever. And Friday at noon, I'm sorry, Trent, would you kindly open the window for me? And he stood up, threw his chair back, a slave listens, a man obeys, and sprinted out of the office and did not come back till Monday. Now the story could end there and you guys got it. I'm glad that most of you got it, but it doesn't. Because only half the audience, only half the office got it. So there were like 7 people fucking dying laughing, and 14 people over here, what the fuck just happened? And this is my job. This is what I do for a living. I get paid for it. Cheers. No, don't turn.
Wow.
Messy Jaeger.
Jesus Christ.
The
Okay.
shot glass was bigger than I thought. But yeah, I really miss Trent. He was a lark.
Anyway, what? Rum and Coke.
Go kart. Good stuff.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
What's he shit?
Mark's root beer.
Mime drink.
Oh, you have root beer?
I have.
Perfect. You talk.
Aaron, a cup.
Decent.
What? No.
You talk! Talk now! Speak! Speak, Dragon!
Yeah, okay. Hey, Pandez. Sup?
What's up with you there, Gander?
No, that's Friday.
This is good
It's
podcast.
Saturday, bitch.
Friday's visiting again.
Hi, Friday. Oh, wait, I can't do that.
I am not doing this with 2 of you.
You can do your twin fantasy.
It's like really annoying Ebola. It's very contagious.
Come on. Imagine this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Somewhere over the Yorks fly high. I can't do this voice. Another one of these
Basically, it would be like everyone's turning into. Oh my god, I just turned into what's his face?
What's his face?
The parrot from Aladdin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just turned into the parrot from Aladdin.
Gilbert Godfrey
I didn't even mean to do it.
Who here has seen Gilbert Godfrey stand up?
Fucking love it.
Okay, so I don't. This might be a story some of you know. It's actually something that he said on. He's stated this a few times. He does impressions. If you look at his really old stand-up, and his best impersonation is Jerry Seinfeld. If you haven't seen it, it is spot on. No, it's seriously amazing. Well, you have to bear in mind, Jerry Seinfeld got his start as a comedian at the same time as Gilbert Gottfried. So what he was doing was going up on stage, telling his very unique style of jokes. Even at the time, it was really something special. And it was very polar, like people either loved it or hated it. And then he would do these impressions, and he'd end with this impression that was Jerry Seinfeld. He was just some other comedian. No one knew who the fuck that this guy was talking about. So the entire audience was just staring at him like, okay, I don't know. And all these comedians were at the bar in the back waiting for their turn, fucking dying laughing. So there's just audience like,
Inside joke.
it was, I love that comedians do like that. Pat Oswalt is the other
Yeah.
one. He is a master at doing stuff that only a few people get. And,
You know,
I adore
Andy
it.
Kaufman
When,
was a king.
you remember when Bill Cosby used to do Jell-O commercials?
Yeah.
Could you imagine doing commercials for Jell-O shots? Hey kids,
All my money we can have.
I got a new thing for you.
It's how it gets drunk and in your tongue it gets all the snippety slappity.
Oh, I sing them karaoke.
You gotta be careful not to have too many of the shots or your floor will look like one of my sweaters.
That was awesome.
He tries to get it up later. I'm sorry, I can't get hard. It's still a jiggler.
I had no idea where you were going with that.
Whiskey dick or Jell-O dick.
Jello.
apparently.
Ooh, ghost penis.
Ghost dad penis.
Oh!
Wow. Oh, ghost.
The unrated ghost dad.
I do the
really
porn
fucked
now.
up.
Sorry.
I can see all my kids. Oh shit. That's the unrated ghost dad. I didn't realize you masturbate so much.
So I have a younger brother who is the worst at hiding anything. He used to hide empty liquor bottles under his pillow so my parents wouldn't find him, but he didn't want to sleep on empty liquor bottles, so at night he'd put them off to the side of his bed. So instead of my parents knowing that my younger brother was drinking, they thought he was a hardcore alcoholic because he was only drinking at night. And he also had no idea how to hide his masturbatory habits. The first day I realized this was when my mother stormed upstairs and screamed, "You're all doing your own fucking laundry!" I wonder what this could be about. Because a smart person uses a cum rag or a cum sock, not all of their wardrobe. Years later, my parents, they are very interesting people that I don't talk about often, but I will say that they are not drinkers. My dad is very old-fashioned. He has an old-fashioned once a day when he sits down to watch whatever at 7 o'clock. He's very set in his schedule, and my mom was the same way. They had a drink every night. But there was a wedding that we went to where they learned the glory of Long Island iced teas.
Oh God.
Well, I wasn't going to miss out on this. And I was just old enough to drink, so I got sugared, they got wasted, and we sat down and my dad walked away. And I don't know, I wish I could remember how the topic came up, but I had to ask my mom, like, you once screamed at us, there's multiple things, but the one I remember is you once screamed at us that you're not doing laundry anymore. Your fucking brother masturbated one time a day for every article of clothing he wore. Every shirt, every sock, every underwear, just covered in young cum. And she probably said it at that volume because the table next to us is just dying laughing.
Wow.
I turned red as a tomato, and she squinted her eyes like, you do it too. Can't argue.
See, my mom was so like sheltered, she didn't even know what it is. It's like, oh no, a ghost attacked. You know? Like I seriously, I'd say like, oh, I have cereal in bed or something. I don't even know what I said. I seriously said that. It was ridiculous.
Do you have a masturbation story, Panda?
Doesn't involve your mom
I never
saying
discussed
we're-
that with my parents, but they're British.
Okay.
My mom sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire. She calls it over. Hello, is Bull there?
Totally
Do
wanna
British
talk to your
people
mom now.
properly masturbate? Like, oh, I don't even know.
Bring me the masturbatory glove! Yes!
It's time for tea.
There's no sound other than the hand moving.
Yes.
No, there's not even that sound. They cast a cone of silence around themselves.
Yeah.
Canadians are wizards.
You just hear this here with me like,
That's how that works.
ah, that's better.
A British masturbatory video is super boring. It's just like no motion except for the hand. Okay.
No facial expression.
Well, that's the family
Yeah,
guy
no
one.
facial expression.
Almost. There we go.
Oh, good job.
We made a terrible mistake at work. A little while ago, a lot of our business had shifted, so I didn't have as much to do at night. But I run the night desk, and I was the manager, so I just said, hey, look, I know almost everyone in tech. Would you do me a favor and unlock Netflix for me? I'm sitting here at night, and it's going to be like this for a while. I would love to throw something on in the background. You know me. And they're like, yeah, not a problem. Well, they never re-locked it, and now we're busy, and now my coworker won't fucking stop watching Family Guy. And he only likes like 10 episodes, so I've seen the same fucking 10 episodes of Family Guy about 100 times now. I hate Family Guy. It is hysterical. I fucking hate Family Guy.
Hey, remember when I said I would never take another drink again?
Yeah, that was last night.
No! That was like last week, but yeah.
You also said it last night.
No.
Yeah.
I'll never take a drink again
That's
for the
not
rest of
true.
the night.
Yes, Pandaz got truth drunk
I
last
got
night.
truth
Oh,
drunk
he
last night.
did.
That was fun.
Oh my god. I came back like, what did you do? I thought he like cast a spell on the room or something. Everyone was like so drunk. It's like not even possible. It was so weird.
So Kage caught me very early this morning. He's like, so, alkali.
Oh dear god.
Oh no. What? I heard that you got 2 board members, 2 con chairmen, a prospective con chairman, yourself wasted last night. Like, no, I was almost sober. Yeah, I am really sorry. I really overestimated your guys' ability to hold alcohol.
No, that's okay.
Well, some people were, well, I won't name names, but some people were so lightweight, you could watch them get drunk in real time. We were doing the match game,
The ice.
and like during the question, like, well, I thought that, yes, it was,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
insane.
There's something you have to know, and some of you know this. I'm a stockbroker by trade. We have a bar that it used to be directly under my office where we would go after a good day of work to celebrate or after a bad day of work to forget about it. And it's called Sellers. It's Sellers Cafe underneath and the Sellers Bar up top. And when you go to Sellers, their rule is they close when the last person with a broker's badge leaves. Because we all wear yellow badges if we can trade. And that is usually Friday. This place stays open almost 24 hours a weekday and is closed on the weekends because it's for the brokers. If you order a rum and coke, here's your rum and here's your coke. If you order a beer, if you order it neat, you get a beer. If you order a beer, they put whiskey in it. That is how we drink downtown. That is how we drink at our job. And when I go out with other people, it's like, all right, guys, time to drink, and they die. Now, I was proven wrong, and I would have never believed Kage, because if you would have came to me a few years ago in my younger years, I would have told you that I'm one of the greatest drinkers on the planet. And Kage is right. The Russians proved me wrong.
Oh, Russian.
I have a Russian client. I'm going to just use his first name. His name is Serge. Serge. Serge had a client who had a major problem, and long story short, it was solved. And I felt really good because it was not easy, and I was very proud of myself. And Serge, would you mind coming with me? We're going to go downstairs and everything. I want to thank you properly for everything. That's the volume that he talks at always.
It's creepy.
I want to talk to you, and I want to thank you for everything you've done for me. And we sat down at a table. What is your poison of choice? Mine is vodka. I would like to share some vodka with you. They have a bottle behind the bar for me. You share with me? Absolutely. I said, I didn't realize when he said he wants to share a bottle of vodka with me, tradition dictates you finish this fucking bottle. It was the 175 milliliter of Grey Goose.
Oh, God.
And when I said, what do you chase it with? He looked at me, laughed, took a swig, and passed the bottle. Drink up, faggot. That was a Thursday. Now I work Friday. At this point in my life, I worked on Fridays. They said I walked into the office, yelled absolute nonsense at two of my runners, laid my head down on the desk, and drooled long enough that I broke a keyboard. Because as I said before, Sellers closes when the last person with a badge leaves, and me and Serge had badges. It was the next morning, and I saw that thing that alerts you that you've drank too much. Does anyone know what that thing is?
The sun.
The sun. What's our comedian's thing? That's like God's flashlight.
Yep.
How you doing?
Larry Miller.
Larry Miller.
If you ever want to look up a classic stand-up bit, it's Larry Miller's 5 Stages of Drunkenness.
Oh,
It's fantastic. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. Oh.
Yeah, he's
definitely,
awesome.
definitely one of my idols, Larry Miller.
A waitress with fresh stitches comes out.
That's a very, very classic bit.
So
Yeah,
anyway.
so yeah, I am not as good of a drinker as I thought. The Russians.
You are the most professional drinker we know.
That doesn't mean shit. There's a lot of people on this planet, Xander,
It's true. It's true.
and most of them can outdrink me.
That's true.
But
Most
yeah.
people are Chinese, so I don't know what that means.
They can't drink very well. That's true. They do not drink rice wine. Oh my god.
Rice wine?
All right. Well, I guess we're on the topic. Oh, do you have one? Go.
No, I have nothing.
Well, since we're on the topic of drunk, and I love entertaining, amusing, and making fun of my co-hosts, who here knows "I Love You" story from
Oh my
Does?
God.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you would like to hear the "I Love You"
Yes.
story from. Oh my God! I'm sorry, buddy. Now, that being said, this is also a promo for tonight. We're going to be doing Where This Happened. Mystery Science Theater happens tonight at, help, 10:30?
10:30.
10:30, Mystery Science Theater. Now, a backstory. Mystery Science Theater was the brainchild of, I think, me and you, right? Or was it
We
you?
were all discussing it.
Was it all? Okay.
It was at IFC.
It was IFC, go ahead.
And
I barely.
3 years. That sounds right.
Yeah.
So we came up with Mystery Science Theater. Now, what we thought was going to happen was we'd have a panel of people, Pedez, myself, other people that were running the con, and we were going to sit in front of a screen and Mystery Science Theater a movie. Like, it'll be fun, let's not tell anyone what the movie is, but we'll keep it on topic. It'll be interesting. And none of us had seen the movie. The movie was Battlefield Earth.
Wow.
We learned afterwards, we now limit Mystery Science Theater to an hour and a half. Battlefield Earth was way too long, but that's okay.
could be worse.
Could be worse. We did not make it through Water. Waterworld was the next year, and we did not make it. I actually threw in the towel.
Could have been the uncut alien.
Was it
We will
first
never-
square was Waterworld?
We will never make that mistake again, where it's like boring bad. It has to be interesting bad.
That's
That-
And we killed your own labyrinth.
We will not make that mistake again.
No, you.
Yeah, last year.
We're gonna have
Last
it.
year here.
You know what? I apologize. Reverse that. I'm thinking of Labyrinth is the one that you guys killed me
We
on.
killed you.
Waterworld was the one that the emergency happened and I had to leave. So that might be the charity story if you guys want to hear something ridiculous.
You're confused. Actually, the emergency was water aliens. It was
I'm
that one.
done.
It
I
was
don't
the one.
even know what you're
It
talking
was the
about.
John Stewart evil alien.
Holy shit, the fact, okay. All right, hold on.
The faculty.
Hold on. We're gonna do a charity story at the end of this, and if you want to hear it, then we'll do the faculty story. Trust me,
Okay.
it's worth it, and you can back me
Yeah.
up on it. So what happened was, we did our first Mystery Science Theater, and we sat down to start making fun of the movie. And the panelists realized we didn't need to say a fucking thing, because everyone in the audience was just screaming shit at the screen and having a great time. So why would we stop that? But we're panelists. We're here to entertain. What can we do? So I turned my head over, said, all right, guys, I brought some of my bar. We're going to turn this into a drinking game. You guys make the rules. Throw in money, and we will drink for those rules of the drinking game. If we had to drink a lot, throw in 20. If you just want us to take a shot, throw in a single. We made over $300
For the charity.
for the charity. And what happened was somebody made the rule, when there is a center screen wipe, drink. A center screen wipe is a retarded movie thing of taking the center screen and going, new scene.
Windows Movie Maker.
They paid $5 for it. Like, how often is it going to be the worst way to transition a scene ever? A fucking lot! So here's this guy sitting next to me with a bottle of Malibu rum, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
And at one point, they ended a scene in a flashback by center screen wiping. It was a 3-line scene, and they center screen wiped to go back to the normal scene, which they ended with a center screen wipe. He's just there.
Yeah.
So we finish. Movie's over.
I had finished my entire bottle of Malibu rum.
I helped a little, very little. He almost drank a full bottle of Malibu rum by himself.
I did. Well, okay.
Or was it? I think
You might have had a drink from it. But,
Yeah.
But we polished off the bottle
Yes.
of Malibu, mostly myself.
Yes.
About halfway through the movie, I looked at my buddy Roxas, who was sitting beside me, and having polished off the Malibu, I looked at him and I said, "Hey, can I have some of your vanilla vodka? Because I'm totally out of the Malibu." And seeing that I had polished an entire bottle of booze in like an hour, he did the very responsible thing of going, "Yeah, sure, drink as much as you want." And I think we polished off about half of that bottle of vodka as well, which for someone who had not drunk at all the entire weekend, that was brilliant.
Now bear in mind, the board member, the panelists are board members. We have not eaten enough. We have not slept enough. And that's where it begins. Because the movie ended. Now, I am not saying by any means that I am drunk and I am perfectly okay. No, when I get drunk, I am drunk. That's how it works. So I stood up, I gave the speech, probably 4 or 5 times, because I was pretty fucking drunk. And that's when I noticed that Pandez has been trying to get out of his chair since I started the speech. All right, let's clear the room. Now, there are a few ways to sober up a board member very quickly. If a condor is in trouble, we sober up within a few seconds. If a board member is in trouble, we sober up like that. Pandez is not moving out of that chair.
And keep in mind, this was back in 2011, before I had started my weight loss campaign.
That's
so
true.
This was about 125 pounds ago. So
Yeah.
it was a lot harder to get me moving at that time as well.
So we do get him out of the chair. It takes 3 of us. He was very cooperative. But then, he stops us. Wait a minute. It lasted for like a minute. Wait a minute. I have something I need to say. And he looked down. Chair! I weigh 300 and 400 pounds. And you supported me like no woman ever could. You are the seed of my dreams. And I thank you for... Hold on, you'll get your chance. Who's he talking to? I don't know. And you'll get... Okay. Table! I had a bottle of rum. I had a bottle of wine. And I shit you not, the room is mostly care. I had a whiskey drink. I had a vodka drink. I had a whiskey drink. I had a vodka drink. I had a whiskey drink. And he just started doing it. But he can't support himself his own weight. So he's moving his arms, and the rest of us have to dance now because we're not doing it. All right. You've said it. Thank you. No. I love you, table and chair. I love you. So we turned him around. And we got him to the door of the room. Wait a minute. Door! I love you, door, because you know what? You keep the riffraff out. I know some of the riffraff got it, but those were those doors. Fuck them. I love you, door. I love you. All right, Panda, all right. We get him into the hallway, and he almost stumbles. Now, we got him. But he almost stumbles, so he looked down. Carpet! Oh, no. Okay, so we just move him along. In the hallway, there are now congoers. Now, Pandez knows a lot of congoers by names, but at this point he was just shuffling them. Steven Chirino? No, Pandez. I love you, Steven Chirino. That is no one's name. I don't. We get him to the elevator. Stop! Fuck you, down button, but up button. A tear on his button. You have a glow that I would kill. Okay, elevator's here. We get into the elevator, the door closed 3 or 4 times because he was blocking us from the panel because he didn't want us to push the elevator's buttons because we hurt its feelings. It's very sensitive. We get up to the floor that he claimed he was his, and then we get back to the floor that we found out was his. We get him out of the elevator, and we can see the door to his room. Now it's been opened because we went up there with the key ahead of time. I am not a weak person, but I'm not strong. Xander is a very strong person. Roxas has strength when he needs it. And Pendez stopped 3 grown men in their tracks. Stop! And he turned towards the wall. Fire alarm!
Oh no!
Oh, no. Fire alarm. The furries pull you. The fire department doesn't believe in you. The hotel doesn't want you here. Will you protect me? You may wake me up at night, but I'm waiting for a guy to do that so I can hear you. And he leans against the wall and puts his whole body over the fire alarm. And all 3 of us panic. Like, he's gonna pull the fucking fire. So we pull him from the wall. I am not done proclaiming my love for the fire alarm. And we get him to the door to his room. And he turns around to us, fuck you, and closes the door in our face. Pandez is a good drinker. What time is it? 5:50? Yeah, let's do questions for 5 minutes, and then we'll see if we want to do it.
Anyone want to do questions of any sort? Doesn't matter. Oh,
TMI Tuesday.
what? What?
I said TMI Tuesday.
TMI, oh
No,
wow.
it's Saturday, that makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Unless you're listening to the podcast on Tuesday.
Truth drunk Saturday.
Did you say verschnickered earlier?
Yes, I did. I work with a lot of Jewish people.
He's got an adorable Jew.
I do have a Jew fro. My friends accuse me of being Jewish all the time.
Working with money?
Yeah, I work in the financial industry, so I'm very frugal at times, and I have no idea what the fuck happened. We have a client, his last name is Abraham, just to give you an idea. He lives in Jerusalem, and he talks exactly like you think he talks. So all of you racist fuckers out there, yes, that's what it sounds like.
We were watching Slappy Squirrel or whatever, and we realized the main bad guy is a super Jewish wolf. I didn't like you don't realize these things when you're a kid, right?
No.
It's like, oh, Veshugana. It's like he's really Jewish.
Yes.
And Slappy is like just like Brooklyn, New York-ish and that kind of thing. I don't know. It's just interesting.
I love cartoons.
Yeah.
Cartoons are awesome.
Yeah, Saturday morning cartoon.
They should have started becoming a tradition at cons, because if you really want to kill yourself at con, Pandez is definitely a person that's done this with me just a few months ago. We both ran a 12-hour day at Indy FurCon on Friday, and a 14-hour day at Indy FurCon on Saturday.
Kerfon?
Kerfon. I am
Indy Kerfon.
Okay, sleep didn't happen last night, okay? And then Sunday, I think we were 4 hours, off stage for 2 hours, and then closed up the con and had all the meetings. So we were just, we wanted to die. And I found out the solution to this is at night, when you're finally going back to your room instead of going right to bed, you put on the stupidest fucking cartoon you can imagine, and I forgot how great Cartoon Network is in the middle of the night. Because when you're that sleep deprived, you're basically on drugs. And that is the proper way to watch those fucking cartoons. Like, is that a satanic dog? Yes, it is. Go, Mr. Pickles.
Yeah, I started feeling old. We were watching Cartoon Network in our room, and they had some cartoons, and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
It was awesome.
Fuck
Oh,
these
we were eating
kids.
Subway.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And it was like, they have a naked guy and they're fuzzing out like his genitals and it's like, can they show that
A
on
naked
Cartoon
cartoon.
Network?
There comes a point where you have to wonder, can you even show blurred out genitalia on Cartoon Network?
You
They
can.
just did, all right.
What-
Poor children.
It's funny, you have a cartoon with no pants and it's fine, but when you blur it out, it's like a fursuiter with pants, you know? You just assume things. Yeah, I went.
I love that, like, I don't know about you guys, but when I was growing up, it was like, to me, the two epitomes of amazing cartoons, because I can still watch them today, is Gargoyles, the original Gargoyles series.
Yes.
We actually met because of that cartoon. Our first date was to a Gargoyles convention that happened in Chicago. And the second one is Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
actually-
god, those are my two favorite cartoons.
I
Yeah,
actually,
hands down my favorite.
he was there, I had a conversation with Keith David in the hallway. I tried not to be creepy, but basically what I was like, hey, because I worked on the first Saints Row, and he was a voice actor in it, right? So I was like, hey, I animated you. It's like, what? No, he was super cool about it.
He does
Yeah.
so many video game voices too.
Yeah, he
He's
does.
the voice
like,
guy.
He's a great voice actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, really quick, before we go on, I'm going to ask, what is the next panel in here?
For reality theater.
Okay, do they need time to set up?
Yeah.
If they need time to set up, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to call this, we will not do a charity story. Yeah, no, if they need to set up, we have to go. We got 5 minutes left. So, yeah, if it's for reality theater, they need at least 5 minutes. We're gonna clean up our booze. That being said, tonight we have Mystery Science Theater,
Yes.
which is a drinking game. So I would ask everyone who wants to attend, now that usually takes a little bit of time to set up. Now, I believe correct me if I'm wrong, because Andrew's a panelist too as well,
Yes.
and Pandas.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna hijack the beginning of your panel if you don't mind.
All right with me.
All right, at the beginning of the panel, they are going to raise money to decide which movie they're going to show. They have a choice of 3 movies. Each one of them is more awful than the last. To help with raising that money, we are going to do what some of you might know is the charity story for the Dragget Show. Now, this is a private story. It is not recorded. There will be no cameras allowed. And it's something embarrassing about one of the 3 of us. This is actually embarrassing for me and Pandez. It is what really happened the night the ambulance showed up to Indy Fur Car. We will tell you the full story. That being said, the people in the room, seriously, go to your room and get a nickel. Or go in your wallets and get a $20 bill. Guys, this is for charity. Every little bit counts, and if you know anything about this charity, it is so worthwhile, it's not even funny. So, please join us tonight at Mystery Science Theater. It's in this room, thank you. And also, if you really like me talking about nonsense, myself and Kage are going to be on stage doing just me and him getting drunk at, help me,
8 in the
Event room.
it's in the event room at what time?
8 p.m.
8 p.m., what time is it now?
6.
I have 2 hours to get drunk. I have 2 hours to pregame? Woohoo!
Dear
Oh,
God.
yeah.
You have
boy.
the special thing right now.
What do I have right now?
No, you have
Hop on, hop on.
Oh, I have dinner.
Should we,
Guys,
close
Wrap
it
up the podcast.
Oh, right, oh my God.
All right, thanks everybody. I'm Xander.
I'm Paydez.
I'm Alkali.
Thanks for being with us.
Guys, thank you so much for coming to the Dragget Show Live.